Jada Golden had 9 points. And Bria Dent, 8 points, also with 9 rebounds, 1 assist. Going down the line for the Tigers, Henny Del Toro, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Lauren Lilly, 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Jayla Williams, 4 points, 3 boards, 1 assist. Maya Kimber, 2 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. Sydney Bozeman with 3 boards. And Zoe Watts with 3 points, 4 boards. And that pretty much does it for the Tigers statistically.
If you look at the difference here in this one, you have to look at the boards plus second chance points. Delta State with the 60 total rebounds compared to 43 for UWA, but 22 offensive rebounds in this one turns into 19 second chance points, as opposed to the 18 offensive rebounds only turning into 8 second chance points for the Tigers. Being outscored 19-8 in second chance points when you're facing the number 15 team in the country is not a great recipe for victory. And another thing is turnovers, while way down, did not go in the favor of UWA. 15, actually, Delta State actually committed more turnovers, 15-12. Tigers had more points off turnovers, but, when you have the second chance points with 19 and then the points off turnovers with 6, that combines to be what would keep a team from winning against a team that's more highly ranked.
And on top of that, it's very hard to win a game when you shoot less than 30% from the floor. On top of that, the Tigers are going to have to do better in this break, and especially going into their December games, and really once they get into conference play in January, their free throw percentage is going to have to come up. Like you said, the second chance points, if those had been even, the game would have been a 1-point game. West Alabama missed 10 free throws today. That also makes a huge difference. The combination of those two, it's going to hurt you. But at the same time, UWA held Delta State to a lower field goal percentage than what Delta State has been shooting. Delta State on the season has averaged just under 40% from the floor. Today was about 36%. Not a huge difference, but the Tigers played solid defense. They only allowed 67 points. This could have been one of the, I've seen a lot when you shoot about 28% from the floor. Typically you're seeing about a 30-point loss, and for it only to be a 12-point loss, it shows that the Tigers defensively are making improvements. Offensively, they just have to shoot the ball a little bit better.
Any more thoughts as Coach Cram makes his way over here?
I don't think so. I'll hand off the mic to Coach Cram.
All right, and we will be joined now by UWA women's basketball head coach Westy Cram. Coach, you take the 67-55 loss here in Pruitt. Before we talk about anything specific, as always, just what are your general thoughts from the game here tonight?
Well, it was obvious anybody watching the ball game. Two things we didn't have. We weren't moving on offense. We were very stagnant there. First half did some pretty good things, but the second half we just didn't have anybody putting the ball in the hole. And we weren't moving well. We weren't playing intense. And then the other thing is obviously rebounding. I'm so disappointed in our lack of effort on the rebounding tonight, and it just kicked us in the butt. When somebody pulls down, we held them way below their average at half on the board, especially the offensive glass, and then we just let it go the second half. So the rebounding, we did better some areas, turnovers. We got to the free throw line. We just didn't play good offense the second half, and we just totally broke down on the glass. And we just got to get better in that area.
Foul trouble played a role in the first half. Now, granted, you ended up going with a 2-point lead into the half, but you had Tasia and Bria both get 2 early, and then Tasia finished with 4. Can you talk about can you talk about the factor that the foul trouble played in the decision tonight.
Sure. The thing was, Nick, if you remember, we pulled either Taser or Bree or whoever we pulled first because they both had those second fouls early. We went to the bench, and I think they went on a run and got up 7, 8, 9 points, whatever it was, before we could find a rhythm again offensively with who we subbed. So we were able to overcome that the first half. But then the second half, we weren't. You know, we stayed back and forth, 4 or 5, 3, 4 point game until probably halfway through it. That's when it really started taking its toll because people just weren't getting it done inside, and they exploited what we didn't have, unfortunately. And when we just let too many things get away from us with people that came off the bench that weren't prepared for what they did for us. So give credit to them. They did a great job.
Now, we're not a team that normally runs a lot of zone, but we kind of featured it heavily tonight. What went into the decision to run zone as much as we did tonight?
They were just too big inside. We knew with Bozeman, you know, she's only giving us probably 10 or 12 minutes a game. She can't move real well yet. Zoe's a true freshman, obviously, and they are so experienced inside. They got some great players. They're just super athletic and jump out of the gym and are power players. And we felt like if we could force them to the outside game, and it worked. First half, we're up 3. Midway through the second half, it's a 3 or 4 point game. It's just when they were starting to get to the rim and get those offensive putbacks against that zone, that's what broke our back.
So now sitting here 0-2 in the conference, we have 3 non-conference games next month before we have one more against Shorter before the holiday break. What do you take from these 2 games that we had these couple of days and apply it into these non-conference games, and then when we get back to Shorter going forward?
Nick, we've got to put everything together. That's the problem, right? The other night we had 23, 24 turnovers. Mississippi College cost us a ball game. But we out-rebounded them. They took their game away from them and held them to their season low so far on offensive glass. Tonight, we did a much, much better job. I felt like on our turnovers, we only had 10 or 11, whatever it was, cut the turnovers in half that we've been focused on, but then we gave up the rebounding. We've got to get all the pieces of the puzzle on the same page. Once we do that, we're going to be a pretty good ball club. So it's still that inconsistencies of trying to find out who we are, put it all together, and get some confidence. And we got to go back and be good to have these 3 non-conference games so we can go back and find some confidence in all areas. Then we can hit the ground running again.
All right, Coach, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it.
Once again, your final score in Gulf South Conference women's basketball action. Delta State got the 67-55 win. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have UWA men's basketball. We'll send it back to ESPN programs. UWA basketball on ESPN 1049. Hey, Wayne, did you get that recorded?
Instead, they say, what did he do better than that?
All right. Send it my way, and I'll get it to you. I mean, I'll get it to Kent.
7:30 for the next game?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to step away for a second and get something to drink. Welcome back to Pruitt Hall. We're about 40 seconds away from men's basketball action here. It's the 7th game of the season for UWA men's basketball. They come in 4-2 overall and 0-1 in GSC play. Delta State, the visitors, 3-3 on the season, 0-1 in conference play. Delta State also already 0-2 in Pruitt Hall. They lost both their games to start this season, and the Gulf South Conference Sunshine State Classic against Florida Southern and Eckerd. So this is their 3rd time playing in Pruitt Hall this season, and they are in the green uniforms for the first time. This is the first time these two teams will play under new head coach Mike Nienaber. Mr. Nienaber, or Coach Nienaber, no stranger to the Gulf South Conference, spent a long time at Christian Brothers University over in Memphis before making the decision to continue his coaching career over in Cleveland, Mississippi. West Alabama being led by Alan Sharp in his 6th year. The Tigers, and under the first year, set a program record for wins. The next 2 years were kind of lean. Got back to form in year 3, and in year 4 and 5. Year 4 and 5 got back to form in year 4, and then 5 was the all-time winningest year in the program history. And here we are in year 6, sitting at, as I said, 4-2, but 0-1 in the conference after dropping 1 at Mississippi College. Delta State lost on the road to Montevallo. Your starters in this one, first for the visiting Delta State Statesmen. They'll have a 5'10 guard, junior from Kingsland, Georgia, number 1, Keyshawn Street. The point guard, 5'11 senior from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 4, Anderson McCoy, was transferred from UAB. 4, 6'6 junior from Phoenix City, Alabama. He's a long way going from one extreme to the other. Number 5, Aaron Brooks. They'll have at guard, 6'3 junior from Buffalo, New York. They're talking about from a long way. Number 10, Michael Motley. And finally at guard, 6'4 freshman from Birmingham, Alabama, number 23, Austin Latch. The head coach is Mike Nienaber. He's assisted by John Redmond, John Wart, and Austin Bates. And now your starting lineup for the West Alabama Tigers, you'll have at guard, 5'11 senior from Mobile, Alabama, number 1, LaJuan Hardy. They have at guard, 5'9 senior from Mobile, Alabama, number 4, Renee Scott. You'll have at guard, 6'2 senior from Palm Beach, Florida, number 11, Darren Johnson. You'll have at forward, 6'7 senior from Douglasville, Georgia, number 15, DeAndre Harper. And finally at forward, 6'8 senior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, number 23, Ricky Dunaway. Head coach of the Tigers, as I said before, is Alan Sharp. Associate head basketball coach is Nick Woodruff. The graduate assistant is Cannon Edwards. All right, Mr. Tigner, what are your thoughts as we get ready for tip-off?
Well, we had the opportunity. We've obviously seen quite a lot of West Alabama, but we had the opportunity to see Delta State those first 2 games in the year. And quite frankly, they did not look great. They had a rough go of it in that GSC Sunshine State crossover. They're definitely going to come out, and you're going to see a more typical GSC kind of small ball approach. I'll be interested to see how they kind of go up against our size. West Alabama has a lot of great big men. We have great guard play. I think this is going to be a tough go for Delta State.
Delta State in the road greens, as I mentioned, but the Delta State above the numbers are white, outlined in white, and the Delta State is kind of green, outlined in white. They get it inside to Ricky Dunaway, who gets the hook shot to go. Start the contest right in the paint, as you kind of alluded to. 2-0. Delta State running the Princeton offense that Nienaber brought from Christian Brothers to the Delta. The Street has it mid-court. He's going to reset the offense here. Gets over to Motley. Motley with the long jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebound still unclaimed. West Alabama will get it as DeAndre Harper brings it down. Tigers in the new white uniforms, but the Tigers above the numbers. Tigers red, numbers red, all outlined in black. They get it down to Dunaway again. He'll give it to Harper. Straightaway 3. Top of the key. No good. Rebound controlled by Delta State as Latch brought it in for the Statesmen. McCoy hands it off to Street. He gives it over to Brooks. Brooks, one of the best players returning in the conference. And we'll have to key on him today in hopes of stopping Mr. Brooks here in Livingston. 12 seconds remaining in this possession. 2-0 lead for the Tigers. Scott meeting Street up top. 7 seconds now. There's a move made and kick out Motley to Brooks for 3. He's too strong. Lamont Hardy brings down the rebound. He'll push it up to Renee Scott on the near sideline. Scott trying to make a move. He'll bring it back out on the baseline, back up to Hardy. Tigers reset the offense here. 18:25 to go as Harper has it on the wing. Thought about taking a shot. He gets it in to Dunaway. Dunaway has got 3 Statesmen around him. He gets the shot to go and drops it in to complete the old school. Try to complete the old school 3-point play.
That's a strong finish there. That takes a lot of strength and control to get that ball off the foul up into the basket.
So Dunaway at the free throw line to shoot 1 here. So far, Dunaway 81% on the season, 17 of 21. Quiet in here as Dunaway gets that free throw to go. Last year, he started struggling from the line, and we'll have a quick turnover here as Hardy, with a heads-up play, was able to take it away from McCoy. Corner 3, Johnson off the back of the rim, no good. DeAndre Harper with the offensive rebound. Tigers working around. Hardy, 3, too strong. Rebound this time, DSU.
Which is interesting because McCoy, the one bright spot in that crossover, he was very good at picking people's pockets and had his pocket picked right there.
As three-pointer taken by Street, missed from the left wing. Rebound, West Alabama. 5-0 your score, 17:40 to go here in this first half of play. Tigers looking to rectify the loss in Clinton last night. Can't get it against the Choctaws, but I like to get it against the Statesmen here. Back out to Johnson, clean look at 3. You can forget about that one, as it's good. It's 8-0 now, 17-19 to go here in the first half. As Hardy, I've never seen somebody tie their shoes that fast. Drive by Brooks as Harper kind of lets him go without drawing the foul, and Brooks is able to get the shot to go. Makes it 8-2 as Hardy ties the other shoe. Johnson brings it across, bounce pass over to Dunaway up top. He'll give it to Hardy near wing. Hardy with the drive, gets it back to Harper. Harper had plenty of room for the 3, decided not to take it, sets a pick for Scott. Scott brings it back out here 10 seconds ago. He's going to make a dribble move, trying to get around, and does, and gets the shot to go against Latch. So he'll head to the line or try to complete 3 the old way. The ways of old.
Ye old way.
The foul is on Latch, it's his first and second team foul here. That free throw is good. Makes it 11-2 here in this one. Delta State with the basketball. Street trying to set the table. He gets it over to Latch. Latch to Motley. Motley to Street in the right wing. Brooks gets a good look for 3. Tried to flop for the foul. Doesn't get the call. No good 3. Hardy pushes over to Scott. Scott, mid-range jumper. Good. You can't let this man get free in the mid-range. The maestro in the mid-range transferred from Faulkner University, makes it 13-2. 16:04 to go here in the first half. But Motley with a good look at 3. Can't get the bounce. Hardy is able to tip it over to Scott. Rebound West Alabama. As Hardy will bring it up here, met by, looks like McCoy. I wasn't sure. No, it's Street. Hardy get it to Dunaway. Dunaway got away with the travel, and he gets ripped from behind by Motley. Here comes the Statesman as Anderson McCoy brings it out to reset it here for DSU. 15:26 to go in this first half of play. Well, McCoy fakes the handoff. He'll take the tough jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Aaron Brooks. Brooks called for the offensive foul, not happy about the call. And that will take us to a media timeout. 15-17 to go here in the first half. 13-2 lead for UWA. It's UWA basketball on ESPN
104.9.
Your Drug and Livingston Drug is committed to helping you and your wallet stay healthy.
As a retired teacher, I look for ways to save money for the things I love, like traveling the world. Medicare plans change each year. Fortunately, my HealthMart pharmacist helps me to understand my insurance saving me money on prescriptions. They can help you too.
Visit Your Drug and Livingston Drug, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, and start saving for the things you love. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Ho, 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 it's the holiday sticker sales event going on now at the all-new Kia Meridian. Take up to $5,000 in rebates on select vehicles. You could be in your new Slate just in time for the holidays. $5,000 not enough? How about an $8,000 discount on select new 2019 Kias?
For UWA. Scott has it near corner, picks up his dribble, gives it to Johnson on the wing. 17 seconds remaining in this possession. Hardy has it on the other side. Gonna make his move in the paint, trying to get around the defense, brings it all the way back out. Take a little fadeaway three, can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by DSU. McCoy bringing it up for DSU. He's joined by Jordis, who couldn't get the shot to go. I mean, he could pass the latch, who couldn't get the shot to go. So West Alabama will have it here. 14:30 to go. They pass it in the corner to Scott. Harper passes up an open look for three. They give it to Hardy. Hardy can't find the touch on the three-point line, as that was last touch by DSU. West Alabama will maintain possession. Mike Davis checking in for Ricky Dunaway. Hardy struggled from the three-point line over in Clinton, and he's doing that tonight, 0 for 2 from outside the arc. Darren Johnson, deep three, good!
Pretty.
The arc that Darren Johnson gets on his shot is a thing of beauty. 16-2 is the new score, 14-minute mark here in this first half. Burkett gives the pass over to
Georgiadis.
Three-point look for Burkett's no good. Rebound is claimed by no one. Last touch by DSU, and out of bounds.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Just I struggled with his name when I was running PA when they were here.
I was told what it was before the game, and I hate to struggle with the young man's name because I do not remember, and I hate that for him.
You want to call him Savas, his first name?
That'll work. 13:32 to go, 16-2 lead for the Tigers. They throw it back up top to Mike Davis. Wing, far look, Johnson, three. Good. 19-2 is the new score. Johnson on fire to start this one. He's at the 9 points.
When he's on, he's unstoppable. And it is truly a thing, like you said, a thing of beauty to watch him.
You're trying to answer back with a three. Cannot. For Savas, rebound UWA. Hardy gets a pick from Harper, picks up his dribble, trying to no-look it in. Harper is tipped, turnover. DSU out in transition. McCoy throws it in the corner to Street. Can't do anything with it. They'll reset it as McCoy gets it back. Met by Hardy. He gets it over to his teammate Burkett. Burkett back to McCoy. 16 seconds on the shot clock. McCoy gets it into Burkett, trying to get around Harper. Can't get the shot over DeAndre. Rebound UWA. Tigers will have it here. 12:29 to go here in this first half. 19-2 lead for UWA. Johnson gets it in the corner to Harper. They're going to work it back around as Hardy wanted to get it into Mike Davis, and he does. Davis with the drive, draws a double team. Scott has to save it from going back out of bounds. They get it to Johnson up high. Johnson gets a pick from Harper. He'll take the three again. This one's short, but offensive rebound controlled by the smallest person on the court, Renee Scott. Tigers get another possession as we cross the 12-minute mark. 19-2 to go. 19-2 is the score as we just crossed the 12-minute mark. Johnson gives it back to Hardy. Hardy dribble drive, tries to bounce it to Davis. 1 second to go. Scott has to float it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by DSU. Burkett will bring it in for the Statesman. McCoy with it, trying to get around Hardy. Hands it off to Midlick. They'll work it over the street, back up top to Burkett. Burkett to Zavas. Back over to McCoy. I'm trying not to be disrespectful to the man's name. I know how to pronounce the first one. McCoy with it now on the left wing. Brings it back up. They get it up top to Savas. He gets the three-pointer to go. The native of Athens, Greece, makes it 19-5. 11:07 to go. Harper with it, throws it over to Scott. Scott, the three-pointer, just off the front of the rim, no good. Statesmen crash into each other there, but they are able to control the rebound. McCoy will bring it up for UWA. Fake the handoff, goes baseline, tries to get the reverse layup. Can't get it around Mike Davis. Rebound UWA. Hardy with it, gives it over to Johnson. Three, short. Rebound controlled by Davis in the Tigers. No looks over to Johnson. Wanted him to take another one, decided he gets it. They'll give it back to Renee Scott, who has it up top. He gives it to Hardy. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Hardy using his body, shields it for Harper, who can't get the reverse layup to go, but he'll draw the foul. Head to the line to shoot two. But before we have those free throws, we'll have a media timeout. 10:20 remaining here in the first half. 19-5 is the score. Tigers on top. UWA basketball on ESPN
104.9.
A champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
"52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
10:20 remaining here in the first half. West Alabama with a 19-5 lead. During the break, Justin Allison checked in for UWA. He came in from Renee Scott. So it'll be Mike Davis, Lawan Hardy, Darren Johnson, Allison, and DeAndre Harper, who's at the free throw line for Delta State. It's Anderson McCoy, Will Mitlick, Cameron Burkett, Keyshawn Street, as that free throw is good, and Savas Georgiadis. I got his name now. 20-5 after the free throw for Harper. Second free throw good as well. Now 21-5. Georgiadis brings it across midcourt for Delta State. Gave it over to Street. Delta State still learning this new Princeton concept. As they get it in the corner, Georgiadis, he'll draw the reach-in foul on DeAndre Harper. It's the first team foul in the game for UWA. We'll have a substitution as Harper will check out. Ricky Dunaway in. Tigers are both on a 13-3 run over the last 6:39 and also hadn't hit a field goal in the last 3:24. 9:55 to go here in the first half. They get it to Burkett. Burkett trying to work it around Mike Davis. Davis is called for the blocking foul. So after going all that time without a foul, Tigers pick up 2 on one trip down the court here. So a refreshed shot clock to 20. Now the shot clock resets to 20 on dead ball situations in college basketball. That's for both men's and women's basketball. And we'll have a foul on Justin Allison. See, he got tied up with Austin Latch. So now a third team foul on the same side of the court for UWA here in this first half. Burkett will give it to McCoy. McCoy brings it back up top. He gives it to Street. Street with it up top now. 11 seconds remaining in his possession. Burkett will have it near midcourt. They get ready to make a move. Georgiadis with it. Back to Street. He'll take the long three. It is an air ball. Goes out of bounds. West Alabama basketball. So it went out of bounds right as the shot clock was expiring. Lamont Hardy will bring it up here for UWA. 9:25 remaining here in the first half. Allison will work it up top to Darren Johnson. Tigers working around the perimeter. They get it to Mike Davis, who gives it to Allison. Allison clean look for three, and he drains it. The freshman puts the Tigers up. The sophomore puts the Tigers up 24-5. First year Tiger, but he spent last season at Spring Hill College. It was across the 9-minute mark. McCoy trying to get around Davis. Throws it back around to Georgiadis. Georgiadis picks up his dribble. I think that's Latch with it. Gives it back to Georgiadis. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They get it to Burkett. About a 13-foot jumper. He can't get it to go, but he's fouled as Mike Davis didn't give Burkett the chance to land. So it'll be his second foul. Fourth team foul here for the Tigers, and it puts Burkett at the line to shoot two.
As soon as you brought up the fouls, we've just knocked 4 out of the way real quick.
Whoopsies.
It's not your fault. They can't hear you.
You never know. Burkett, a 16% free throw shooter. He can't get that one to go. 2 for 12 on the season so far. That's Tyrus Grayson checks in for Mike Davis, who threw 2 fouls in a hurry. Second free throw, no good as well. Darren Johnson gets in for the rebound. So it's Hardy, Allison, Johnson, Grayson, and Dunaway on the floor, for UWA's. Grayson has it in the near corner. They're going to work it around the perimeter. They get it to Darren Johnson. We're all the way back to Hardy on the near wing. Hardy floats it up off the backboard and in. The most casual shot you'll see. Makes it 26-5. 8:15 to go here in this first half. McCoy trying to get around Hardy. Drives baseline. Oh, that was a good dump off for Georgiadis, who gets the shot to go. It makes it 26-7. It's going to be interesting to see how the chemistry between McCoy and Georgiadis develops during this season for Delta State, as Johnson will take the far wing three. And that one wasn't as pretty, but he does rattle it home and make it 29-7. Darren Johnson now with 12 points. He's taken 7 shots off from the three-point line and hit 4 of them. 7:31 to go now. Burkett has it up top, gives it to Georgiadis. He gives it to the cutting Latch, but Latch stepped out of bounds. So it'll be West Alabama basketball on the other side of the break. 7:26 to go here in this first half. 29-7 is the lead for UWA. It's UWA basketball on ESPN
104.9.
Are you tired of expensive car maintenance that should be called for a personal foul? Head to your automotive supply and score.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Let us take care of all your automotive needs like we have for so many people over the last 40 years. Give us a call at 334-289-0370. Visit us on the web at wyndhammotorco.com or come see us in person on the corner of Highway 80 and 43 in the great metropolis of Demopolis. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Tigers with the ball here, 18 seconds on the shot clock, 7:10 to go. As Hardy has it up top, gives it to Dunaway down low. Dunaway with a dribble move inside, uses his body, a shielded defender, and gets the layup to go off the glass. 31-7, 7-minute mark here in this first half. McCoy makes his move inside, doesn't pick up his dribble. Heady plays, he gives it over to his teammate Latch. Latch dumps it off to Cartwright, who just checked in. He can't get the shot to go in the paint. Allison will officially get credit for the rebound as he gives it to Hardy. Hardy flips it over to Johnson. Johnson thought about pulling it from the UWA, which would be a beyond NBA length three. This time Johnson will pull it for three. He can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by DSU. I think Cartwright will get credit. Malik Cartwright, who checked in during the break, the freshman from Holly Grove, Arkansas, as they'll work it quickly as Georgiadis couldn't get it to go. But the putback is good by Cartwright. Makes it 31-9, 6:05 to go here. As Hardy has it on the wing, picks up his dribble, gives it to Grayson. Over on the other side to Allison. Allison bounce pass up top to Johnson, who gives it to Hardy on the near wing. 12 seconds left in this shot clock. Hardy gets a screen from Dunaway. He'll try to get in for the layup. It's blocked, I think, by Cartwright. Johnson will have to put up the shot. Somebody will have to put up the shot as Dunaway flips it up and in as time expires. 33-9 now, 5:38 to go. McCoy with it. I like McCoy's games. He gives it to Georgiadis, but Georgiadis traveled on his way to the basket.
Yeah, McCoy plays, and I mean this with all the respect in the world, he's annoying. You know, he's somebody that's going to get his hands in your face. He's going to get his hands around the ball, and for an offensive player, that's annoying, and it's great defense. You know, and for a lack of better terms, it can be annoying.
Harper will take the free throw line jumper, and he gets it to go. Makes it 35-9. Tigers have hit 6 of their last 8 shots here. 5:13 to go. As Street has it, trying to get around Allison. Kicks it in the corner. McCoy, near corner 3, gets it to go. 35-12 now. 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Hardy with it. He throws it up top to Harper. Harper to Allison. Gets a pick from Harper. Does Allison. They'll give it over to Johnson. Johnson with a head fake. He gets himself room for a 2. Gets the friendly roll and in. Johnson now with 14 points in his first 2-pointer of the game. Makes it 37-12 as we hit the 4:33 mark here in this first half. McCoy trying to drive around Hardy. Almost had if he just decided to take that fadeaway, he might have had a good shot. You get it back here, near wing. Dumps it down to Brooks. Brooks trying to get around to Harper. He'll throw it out to Street for 3, and it's good. That's a good look for Street. Tigers cannot get lackadaisical here on defense. The long way to go in this one. 37-15, 4:05 to go. Delta State's hit their last 3 shots. Johnson with it, gets it down to Dunaway. Dunaway pushed it a little bit too far left. Oh, no good. DSU with the rebound. Street with the tough jumper over Harper, and it's good. And here come the Statesmen. 37-17. 3:43 remaining here in the first half. Statesmen 4 of their last 4. Dunaway was no way he was going to pull that 3 as Johnson gets around Harper. Harper, that's a good look for Harper. I'm surprised he didn't take it. Now 8 seconds on the clock. Allison trying to get some separation, and McCoy will be called for the foul. We'll have the final media timeout here of the first half. 37-17 is your score. 3:24 to go. It's UWA basketball on ESPN.
104.9.
What is it about UWA? Is it the beauty of her campus? The feeling of being just the right size? World class, without classes big enough for the world? Is it the warmth of her people? They say there's something about this place. Maybe it's because this place feels like home, on campus or online. The University of West Alabama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
37-17 was much larger, but Delta State has hit all 4 of the last 4. Not going to go quietly here in Pruitt Hall. UWA with the basketball is Hardy. Almost threw it away. Teammate bailing him out did Harper. Oh, my goodness. Johnson with a step-back 3. He couldn't get it to go, but had he hit that play, that might have been one of his greatest highlights so far this season. Ball bounced out of bounds. Delta State will have it. Renee Scott checking in. Darren Johnson going to take a seat. Johnson, the leading scorer in this one, 14 points. I'm confident he's the only player in double figures in this one. Dunaway is close with 9. Delta State, McCoy will have it here. 3:05 left in the first half. He hands it off the street on the far wing over to Aaron Brooks. Brooks going to take the hard dribble drive, takes the jump step, gets rid of it. Gets it back, tried to get Harper to bite on the head fake. Harper, disciplined defense. Bounce pass over to Cartwright. 3 for Brooks is short. Justin Allison brings in the rebound here for the Tigers. Hardy will have it on the far sideline after the pass from Allison. Brings it midcourt. Tigers will work the perimeter here. Scott will throw it on the other side of Allison. In the corner, far corner, Harper 3, no good as Dunaway tips the rebound to Hardy. Tigers have a refresh shot clock. Allison won't waste time. Takes the 3. It hits off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound DSU. Brooks going to run it up here for Delta State. Brooks trying to put the dribble moves on Harper. Gets in the paint. Is able to get around Harper for the tough shot. Makes it 37-19. Tigers hadn't scored any points in the last 2:36. Delta State on a 7-0 run. Hardy with it up top. Working around Allison now with it up top. He gives it over to Hardy. Hardy definitely traveled. I was just going to say he might have gotten away with it, and as soon as I'm about to get that out of my mouth, he was called for the travel. That extends the scoring drought here. 3 minutes since the UWA has scored. McCoy running the point here for Delta State. Hands it off to Brooks. Brooks with it, Clayton Harper on the wing. He picks up his dribble, gets it back up top to McCoy. 18 seconds left in his possession. McCoy tries to go around Hardy. His shot is blocked. And they're going to call a foul here, either on Dunaway or Hardy. It'll be on Dunaway. His first 15 foul. So McCoy will head to the line to shoot 2. McCoy, a 80% free throw shooter, 20 of 25 coming into this one. So if you want anybody at the line, it is McCoy, and he misses the first one.
Keep talking about how he's an 80% shooter.
It's like I'm anti-prophetic in this one. Darren Johnson checks in for Renee Scott. Latch checked in for Aaron Brooks, as that free throw is no good as well, and it's knocked out of bounds by DSU. So West Alabama will have possession here, 1:36 remaining in this first half. Allison to inbounds the ball. Almost turned it over. What's the name of that? In and out. Yeah, that's it. Oh, might have gotten away with it. Darren Johnson with it on the near wing. They dumping in to Dunaway. Dunaway in the corner. Johnson. Johnson will use the pick, go baseline, takes the jumper, and gets it to go. Johnson playing with the aggressiveness he showed at the end of Mississippi College. He's keeping it going here. Has 16 on the night. Good work inside by Cartwright on the pass from McCoy. Makes it 39-21 as we approach the minute mark here in the first half. Hardy gives it to Johnson. Over to Dunaway. Dunaway had a dribble, decided just to keep his pivot foot. Sets a pick for Hardy. Hardy throws it back. Harper, clean look for three. He rattles it in. 42-21, timeout. West Alabama. It'll be a 30-second. So we'll keep it here. I think somebody said a wordy dirt. Delta State, 9 for 24 so far here from the floor. That's good for 38%. West Alabama, 52% from the floor. 6 of 17 from the three-point line. Johnson, 4 of 9. It doesn't feel like he's taking 9 three-pointers, but he's hit almost half of them. Tigers 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Delta State 0 for 4. 43.3 seconds. What would you constitute a successful end of the half here for Delta?
For Delta, they need to keep, like you said, they're still very much learning this offense. That's very visible tonight. Just keep doing what they're practicing, and not to call the rest of this game a practice, but they've hit 6 of 7.
They've working here with 8 seconds to go. As he'll try to get the spin move over Harper and in. 14 seconds, 42-23. 8 seconds. Hardy with it. Throws it over to Johnson. Johnson long three. Oh, can't get it to roll in. And time will expire here in the first half. West Alabama will take a 42-23 lead to the half. We'll take an extended break, and we'll come back. We'll break down some first half stats from here in Pruitt Hall. This is UWA basketball on ESPN
104.9.
Sorry about that.
What is it about UWA? Is it the beauty of her campus? The feeling of being just the right size? World class, without classes big enough for the world? Is it the warmth of her people? They say there's something about this place. Maybe it's because this place feels like home, on campus or online. The University of West Alabama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
In NCAA Division II, student-athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student-athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student-athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
What is it about UWA? Is it the beauty of her campus? The feeling of being just the right size? World class, without classes big enough for the world? Is it the warmth of her people? They say there's something about this place. Maybe it's because this place feels like home, on campus or online. The University of West Alabama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
From the University of West Alabama. Choose from more than 70 online programs and certifications in fields such as education, business, psychology, counseling.
What is it about UWA? Is it the beauty of her campus? The feeling of being just the right size? World class, without classes big enough for the world? Is it the warmth of her people? They say there's something about this place. Maybe it's because this place feels like home, on campus or online. The University of West Alabama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
What is it about UWA? Is it the beauty of her campus? The feeling of being just the right size? World class, without classes big enough for the world? Is it the warmth of her people? They say there's something about this place. Maybe it's because this place feels like home, on campus or online. The University of West Alabama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
In NCAA Division II, student-athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student-athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities.
Through the start of the second half here, 42-23. The halftime lead for the Tigers in the GSC contest. Both teams sitting 0-1 in the conference after losing road contests. Delta State lost to Montevallo Saturday night. The Tigers lost to Mississippi College Saturday night. So both teams hungry for a win. Delta State, before losing, I think we kind of glanced over this, before losing in Montevallo, despite that rough start here in Pruitt Hall at the start of the season, they had won 3 straight. So this is a team that is, I think, it will get better as the year goes along, learning this new Princeton offense under first-year head coach Mike Nienaber. Delta State will have the ball to start the second half here, and we are underway in Pruitt Hall. As Latch has it, gives it up top to Aaron Brooks. You'd like to see Aaron Brooks get going, too. Before the shot's put up, we'll have a foul on the floor. I think it'll be Ricky Dunaway in the paint.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, but Delta is the defending tournament champs, correct?
That is correct. They won the tournament championship, received the automatic bid to the NCAA South Regional. Now, a lot of key players from that team are no longer with us, including Brett Warner. One of my favorite plays in the conference is Ricky Dunaway blocks the layup attempt by Michael Motley. So it's not the same team that won that championship, but you're right. They are the defending tournament champions. Darren Johnson gets a look for 3. It hits the back of the rim, no good. Tigers going from right to left on the radio dial. Delta State going left to right on old school radio dial. I don't even know if people still have those anymore. But DSU has the ball here still in the first minute of the second half of play. Motley fakes the 3. He gives it over to on the left side to Brooks. McCoy dives in, throws it in the far corner of the street. He gets a good look for three and hits it. Close the gap to 42-26. Hardy taking a little time here to tie his shoe. He'll throw it in to Johnson, and Hardy will bring it up as he crosses midcourt here for UWA.
Hardy's having a tough time with his shoes today.
Yes, he is, as Harper has it at the free throw line. Looking to get rid of it, bounces it in to Dunaway. Dunaway with a tough move inside, can't get it to go, can't get the follow to go. He's tipped it up at least 3 times, and he gets the final tip to go, makes it 44-26, and it puts Dunaway in double figures with 11 points. 44-26 is that new score, 18-12 remaining in this ball game. Still a long way to go here in Pruitt Hall as Brooks has it on the baseline, trying to get around Harper, using that physicality to try to get space. He gets rid of it, gets it out. Good look for Street, three, and he bangs it in off the back of the rim. And it's 44-29. Delta State got that offense going toward the end of the first half, and they're continuing that effort now as Harper has a look for three. He head fakes it twice, decides not to take it. It's Brooks was closing out on him. Hardy with it. He gives it over to Harper. Harper to Johnson. This time they're playing over the screens on Johnson. 9 seconds remaining in this possession. Hardy has it. He gets a pick from Dunaway. He draws Brooks. He gets around Brooks. Gets the tough layup to go off the glass. Timeout, I think. Official timeout. Okay. Whew. I was like, what just happened here?
I think we got a sweat spot.
Yeah. Official timeout. Gonna try to clean that sweat off, as you say, with the UWA basketball mops. I was thinking, why would Delta State call a timeout? It didn't make much sense, considering the fact they've outscored UWA so far 6-4 in this half. DSU with the basketball, 17-17 on the second half clock. Street calling for a pick. Looks like Aaron Brooks was going to set it, but DeAndre Harper reads the play. He comes away with steal, transition layup, gets it to go off the glass. 48 now for UWA, 48-29, 17-minute mark here in the second half. Brooks brings it across. He gives it to Street up top. Street picks up his dribble, gives it to Lash. Down low to Brooks. He's met by defense on the baseline from Harper. Brooks uses his arm hook around, no call. Draws the double team, has to do something with it. He's begging for a call, ends up getting stripped. Hardy in transition now, looking what's going on behind him. Tries to throw it across, ends up getting hit on the arm by Motley. That's the first foul on Motley. First team foul of the half here for DSU. The bigs run in transition there, so he really couldn't do anything with it like he wanted to. I think this will be the handoff play. Oh, no, they throw it inside to Dunaway. Dunaway making a move. He's around. He's got 3 Delta Statesmen around him. He gets his own rebound, and he gets ripped. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of UWA.
There are plenty of big men that can run the point just fine on the fast break. It's one of the most exciting plays in basketball.
The big man fast break. Well, I was more or less looking for who the big men were that were in the game to determine which play they would run from that position on the baseline.
Sorry, I was going back to one of the previous things you had said.
Yeah. 16:31 remaining here in this second half. Johnson gets the inbounds pass. He'll drive left baseline. Reverse layup. Now show off Johnson. He gets the basket to go. 50-29. Tigers hit their last 4 shots. McCoy, I'm surprised he passed it up as Burkett makes the hard dribble. He gets the post move and he gets it to go. Makes it 50-31. That ends an 8-0 run for UWA over the last minute. It's like the offense couldn't go, and all of a sudden, in 1 minute, they scored 8 points just like that. Hardy with it up top. Johnson now with it on the far wing. He'll work it back around. Ray Scott gets room. He'll drive the left baseline, leaves it for Harper. It's knocked out of his hands by Burkett. And with that, we'll have a media timeout. 15:52 to go here in the contest. West Alabama leading 50-31. UWA basketball on ESPN
104.9.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Here in the ball game, West Alabama leading 50-31 over Delta State. Gulf South Conference men's basketball action here in Pruitt Hall Gymnasium. Tigers looking to inbound it. Mike Davis in the game here for UWA. They throw it up top to Harper. Harper with a bounce to Hardy. Hardy flips it up and in. Makes it 52-31. 21-point lead here for UWA. 15-44. I think it's 21 points. I'm not good at math. I think that's 21.
You are correct.
Statesman with it here as McCoy drives baseline, kicks it back out to Burkett. Burkett, three-point look. Can't get it to go off the back of the rim.
Probably not the look they were looking for.
I don't know Burkett's three-point stats, but
Let's see.
The Tigers have it here. Working it around. Johnson will take a look at that three. He can't get it to go off the back of the rim. Brooks had the rebound for a second, had it knocked out of his hands. McCoy will come away with it for the Statesman. He has it in the middle of the floor. He picks up his dribble, has to get rid of it. They'll give it over to Latch.
16% from the three-point line.
That's not ideal. Street with it. He'll take the floater in the lane. Left-handed, can't get it to go. Burkett can't bring it in, but Street will get his own rebound. He'll throw it off the backboard and in. 52-33 the new score. 36 to go in the second half. Davis with the drive, kicks it out to Hardy. Hardy with it near the free throw line. He'll give it to Davis. Wide open, look for three. Front of the rim, side, no good. Rebound, Brooks for DSU. McCoy will bring it up far sideline, hands it off the street. He's met by Scott on defense. They'll run it to Burkett. Three-point look straight away, no good. They're running the plays for him to get these three-point looks.
I guess shooters got to shoot.
Johnson with it here on the left wing. He'll throw it in the near corner to Harper. Back out. Tigers resetting offense here. 15 on the shot clock. Hardy will get it. Davis at the free throw line. He begins to make his move on Brooks. The little handoff to Hardy. Hardy has nowhere to go. He's picked up his dribble. They give it to Harper. Harper on the baseline. He has 2 seconds. Give it to Davis for the long jumper. He can't get it to go. Rebound McCoy for DSU. He doesn't have the numbers. He'll take his time bringing it up court. Coy working against Hardy. He'll get in the paint. Almost lost his dribble, almost lost his footing, but he'll get the turnaround jumper to go. Makes it 52-35 as he got that shot over Hardy. 13-17 to go here in the contest. They get it in the far corner to Harper, working it around. Tigers trying to get this defense to move a little bit. Darren Johnson thought he was going to show like he was going to shoot it. He gives it to Harper. Harper can't get the shot to go, and Davis is called for the over the back, trying to get the rebound here for the Tigers. It'll be DSU basketball here. 13:03 to go. Justin Allison checked in here for Renee Scott. 13-minute mark, 52-39 is the score here. West Alabama on top. It's McCoy trying to get some space here. Oh, good bounce pass into Burkett. Couldn't finish the play in traffic. Rebound West Alabama. Hardy going to take his time bringing it up. UWA on a 3-minute scoring drought here. As Harper has it in the near corner, going to work it around the perimeter one more time. Get the defense to move here for Delta. Allison gets it. He'll curl in, takes the free throw line. Jumper is short. Harper this time will be called for the over the back. So second foul on Harper. Third team foul here for the Tigers in the half. Malik Cartwright checking in for Cameron Burkett here for DSU. 12:22 remaining here. 52-39 is the score. Handoff to Street. Brooks with it now up top. Calling for a little space from Latch. He'll try to drive on Harper. He's met at the rim and blocked by Harper is Brooks. Rebound control by West Alabama. Tigers have it in transition. Hardy, trying to get around Latch. Got Latch dancing a little bit. He draws the reach-in foul. Now take us to the media timeout. 11:59 remaining here in the second half. 52-35 is the score. This is UWA basketball on ESPN
104.9.
Happy fall, everyone, from Holiday Cleaners. And if you want to look football fantastic this year, stop by one of our 4 locations now serving you in Utah, Livingston, Greensboro, and Demopolis. We offer services such as dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, households, and wash and fold service. If you want to look your best this fall season, get with the best in the West Alabama. Your West Alabama dry cleaning specialist since 1963, Holiday Cleaners.
Hey folks, Lee Allen, Johnson Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram.
What?
Brought it back. $199.
I'm also upset about this, but I already figured that out.
Man, any job that's going to take, any job that's going to take this long to get back to you about it, when they've got nobody, it's probably not a job that you want. And we're back.
11:59 remaining here in the contest. UWA up 52 over the visiting Delta State Statesmen 35. You've said Lady Statesman so many times in that first game, it's hard to try to recorrect and just say Statesman. Hardy, quick look from 3 from outside, can't get it to go. Hardy sitting at 6 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. DSU in transition. Street picks up the 3. It's short. Oh, heads up play by Cartwright. Oh, I thought it was going to be heads up play to save the possession for DSU, but they'd say he stepped out of bounds trying to save the ball.
Heads up play by Mike Davis to get it back.
Yeah, to give it right back to him as he stepped out of bounds. Tigers with the basketball here. Hardy crossed midcourt with it, picked up his dribble, gets over to Davis. On the other side to Johnson, the far side to Johnson. Harper gets it at the free throw line. Shot is short. The DSU now in transition. Brooks has it. Almost got ripped from behind by Allison. He'll bring it back out as McCoy has it up top. Met with defense from Mike Davis. Down low to Johnson. Mismatch here. Cartwright will pass it back out, though. They give Brooks a look for 3, and he'll knock it down. 52-38. As you rarely see a team actually able to pass up a mismatch and then still get the bucket. 52-38 is the score. 10:57 to go. In a corner for Hardy. Hardy traveled and is called for it. They have substitution here. Dunaway going to check in for DeAndre Harper. McCoy waiting to get half court before picking it up. 10:50 remaining in this one, 52-38. McCoy trying to get around Hardy, kicks it back out to Street. Street gets a screen from Brooks. Brooks head fake, he'll drive baseline. Mike Davis lost his footing. Brooks has to tap it in twice and gets the third shot attempt to go, makes it 52-40. I'm not a mathematician, but I do believe that's a 12-point basketball game. Delta State on a 9-0 run over the last 4 minutes. Hardy thought about step back 3. Delta State outscoring UWA 17-10 this half. Hallison drives baseline, dumps it in to Dunaway. He'll get the bucket and count it to try to go for the 3-point play. So third foul on Brooks. DSU had actually been on a 13-2 run over the last 6 minutes and an 11-0 run over the last 4. That ends the run, so to speak. But in the Gulf South Conference, you can say no team is really truly out of it. It's felt like what was going to be a rout as that free throw goes. Now 55-40, it's back to a 15-point game, which isn't much when you have 10 minutes to go, as we'll have a foul away from the ball. Justin Allison called for holding on a latch there. So we're at the 10-minute mark now, halfway through this second half, 55-40. As McCoy trying to get around Hardy. Gets it, kicks it back out Street. We'll get it back to McCoy. McCoy pulls it for 3. It's long. Cartwright had the rebound. Now you're knocked out of his hands. Davis will come away with it instead. Hardy brings it across court. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Davis. Davis pulls it for 3, and he gets it to go. That's what you want to see from Mike Davis, the transfer from Murray State. Gets it to go, makes it 58-40, as we're going to have a tripping foul called, most likely. Who's it called on? Called on Justin Allison. That's his third 15 foul for UWA as Renee Scott checks in. So Tigers respond to Delta State's run with a quick 6-0 run and push it back to an 18-point game here. DSU looking to inbounds the basketball. And it's got to be 5 seconds. That was a long 5 seconds as McCoy gets it in a look for 3. It's short. Dunaway in there with the rebound. He puts it out quickly to Hardy. Hardy will slow down. Hardy didn't like the look, and now he'll make a move. Throws it over to Scott. Scott inside to Dunaway. Dunaway flips it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Cartwright as he just out-jumped Mike Davis by a little bit. McCoy gets around Hardy, kicks it out, Street, corner 3. Can't get the roll. Dunaway's fouled, going for the rebound by Cartwright.
See, and now we're getting into that scrappy GSC basketball that we've come to know and love.
Yes, we are. Hardy bringing it up here. We're at the 8:50 mark here in the second half. Mike Davis with it up top. He gives it over to Scott. Scott gets a quick screen. Kicks it back out to Hardy. Hardy with the dribble drive. Puts the layup in and gets it to go. I said puts the layup up and gets it to go in. Makes it 60-40, a 20-point ball game.
Hardy just 2 points away from his second consecutive triple-double.
Well, it wouldn't be consecutive
Oh,
home.
excuse me.
As Street gets that fadeaway jumper to go, it makes it 60-42. But you're right. If he gets another bucket here, he'll have another triple-double. We went, I don't know, what, 30-plus years without a triple-double, and now we're another bucket away from another one. That's a good follow by Dunaway. He couldn't get the tip in to go. Oh, man, if he'd gotten that right, I saw him going for it. That was just good play right there. Street will get a good look for 3. Draws a foul. Can't get it to fall. He'll head to the line to shoot 3, but that'll come after the media timeout. 7:52 to go here in the contest. West Alabama leading 60-42. Sheeta Bay basketball on ESPN
104.9.
Hey, this is Matt Murray at Sumter Insurance in downtown Livingston. Our staff.
A champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
'52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
remaining here in the second half. West Alabama with a 60-42 lead over the Statesmen. But Street has 3 free throws here after being fouled on the three-point attempt by Renee Scott. First free throw rings true for Street. Street shooting his first 3 free throws on the evening. He's an 83% free throw shooter right now. He's 2 for 2, and this one makes it 60-44. Right now, DSU has outscored UWA 20-18 in this half. You have to do it by a lot more as they have a bigger hole to dig out of. As that free throw was missed, 60-44. Chris Dudley's checked in. He gives it over to Darren Johnson. You got to see what Hardy's going to do here. Hardy knows what's up. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know. Davis will get it to Dunaway. Dunaway got to do something with it. He gives it to Hardy. Hardy, if he flips it up, he passes it instead. Dunaway can't get the roll, but he gets the putback. What an unselfish play by Hardy. He doesn't know.
No, he doesn't.
He has no idea. 7:12 to go. 62-44 is the score. Back to an 18-point game. As McCoy trying to get around Hardy. McCoy has some smooth dribble moves, man.
He really does.
Brooks has it in the near corner. 10 seconds remaining in his possession. Burkett will give it back to Brooks. Brooks step back jumper for 3. Can't get it to go. Hardy with the rebound. And he'll bring it up for UWA. Hardy throws it over to Dunaway. Dunaway to Johnson. Johnson gets a screen from Dunaway, but give it over to McCoy. Dudley working his way around. Back to Davis. Davis look for 3. Too strong. Rebound DSU. 6:20 to go now. 62-44. Long three-pointer attempt missed. Rebound West Alabama as Hardy brings it down. .6:05 to go. 62-44. Dunaway with it up top. Gives it to Dudley on the near wing. He'll give it to Johnson. Johnson down low to Dunaway. Dunaway gets it to the cutting Dudley. Dudley can't get it to go off the backboard. Brooks with the rebound. Almost threw it away as Dudley was being a pest down there defensively. 5:47 to go. 62-44. Foul on the floor or on the shot? It'll be McCoy.
Looked like it was on the shot.
Foul. Yeah, it was on the shot. I call it on Lawan Hardy. It's his first 17 foul here.
One thing I've enjoyed seeing from Hardy these last couple of years is sometimes at this point in the game he'll have 3 or 4 fouls. Sometimes he'll just be getting his first, but it seems like you never have to worry about him getting in foul trouble. He can have 4 fouls, and you have confidence in him being out there not getting the foul.
Tyrus Grayson checks in here for Ricky Dunaway. First free throw was good from McCoy. So far, McCoy, 6.6 assists. So he gets the second free throw to go as well. 62-46, 5:40 to go. Now the anxiety comes with the fact, are we going to see another triple-double? Let's see if he's going to actually take it upon himself to shoot the ball. Dudley works it in the corner to Johnson. Johnson kind of has 2 people on him. Dudley makes the move. He'll kick it in the corner to Hardy. Hardy makes the move. Does he know? He'll flip it up. Triple-double.
There it is.
The third triple-double in program history comes 5 days after the second one. Unbelievable. 10, 12, and 10 as that's a foul on the three-point shot.
You know, I know that you have the right to land after your shot, but it really seems like these last 2 fouls on him on the three-point, it seems like he's jumping 5 feet in front of him really to draw the foul with his legs as opposed to, trying to actually make the shot.
Well, I mean, it's kind of one of those things that free throw was good by Street, who is up to 18 points very quietly as he gets that one to go as well, 19 points. But it's the thing in the NBA thing. If you're gonna get the call, you have to keep doing it because they're gonna keep giving it to you. But you're right. They've tried to put an emphasis on kicking that leg out. That free throw was missed about having the call not go the way of James Harden and people who do kick the leg. But sometimes it's hard to not call that, as we'll have a timeout.
We have a timeout called by the Tigers.
Yeah. It'll be a media timeout. So we'll take it. 5:05 to go here in this contest. West Alabama leading 64-48. UWA basketball on ESPN
104.9.
What is it about UWA? Is it the beauty of her campus? The feeling of being just the right size? World class, without classes big enough for the world? Is it the warmth of her people? They say there's something about this place. Maybe it's because this place feels like home, on campus or online. The University of West Alabama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
That's a whole lot.
For our folks on the internet broadcast, 4:58 to go. We have the triple-double, the third triple-double ever recorded by a Tiger. Lawan Hardy does. 10 seconds remaining in this possession. Hardy will take the three. It's a little too strong. Mike Davis with the hustle offensive rebound here. Back on the ESPN 104.9, 64-48. As Mike Davis had an offensive rebound, gives 8 seconds in his possession. Hardy making a move. He gets denied by Burkett at the rim. Rebound controlled by DSU. It's almost a turnover there. Statesman with it in transition. McCoy gets it out. Gives it to Street, and Street took a couple of steps before you dribble. That'll be a traveling violation. Turnover. Possession goes to West Alabama.
You know, Nick, Lawan Hardy is only 9 steals away from a quadruple-double.
Only 9 steals.
You think he's got it in him?
4:10 to go here in this contest, 64-48. Darren Johnson takes the three. It's a little too strong. Rebound, DSU. 64-48. Still a long way to go in this one. The Street can't get the three to go. And if these three-pointers start falling, because getting good looks, the three-pointers start falling, they're right back in this game. So that's the thing about the three-point line. No team is really out of it until there's about 1 or 2 minutes left. Hardy with it up top, gives it on the elbow to Davis. Davis, three-pointer, good! 67, oh, no, wait. Should be 70-48, is it not? Yeah, 67-48, as that's a quick turnaround by Aaron Brooks as he gets one to go off the last minute. 67-50. That ended a 5-minute no field goal drought for Delta State. Johnson with it on the far sideline. I'll work it back around this side to Allison. Now Mike Davis with it at the near arc, I should say. Shot inside, no good by Hardy. Here comes McCoy. Transition as Johnson knocked it away. And they're arguing, the UWA is that it went off McCoy's knee. But it brings up a media timeout. Delta State will have the ball on the other side. 2:55 to go, 67-50 lead for the Tigers. UWA basketball on ESPN
104.9.
A champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
'52 national championships. more than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
Remaining in this one, 67-50 is your score. Hardy's actually taking a seat here, probably for the remainder of this one. Young man has made so much history here at UWA in this short time. Just playing in the second season at a junior transfer, well, now a senior transfer. I forget which community college. Delta State with the ball here. 19 seconds to go. So Nate Scott thought he knocked it away cleanly, but McCoy gets the benefit of the whistle for the reach-in foul on Scott. Came from southwestern Kansas.
You know what this game is missing?
What's that?
This game is missing a huge Tyrus Grayson dunk.
You have a solid point there, sir.
That's what I would like to see in this last 2 minutes and 46 seconds.
So McCoy shoots the 1-and-1. He misses the front end of it. 67-50, still your score. 2:41 to go here in this contest. Darren Johnson with it on the near wing. Has it knocked out of his hands. He's still trying to decide where to send it. I thought Darren was the last to touch it, to be honest with you. Tigers will retain possession here. Grayson receives the inbounds pass to give it to Scott. Scott will be the point guard here as Hardy gets some rest in the blowout so far. 8 seconds remaining. Johnson, step back three. I was going to say no way. If he hits that one.
Tear the roof off the sucker.
Yeah,
if that
street and
happens.
transition. I'll draw the foul on Scott. I thought Scott had more than that. It's the third foul on Corday Scott. 10th team foul. Double bonus from here on out for DSU is Keyshawn Street will head to the line. Street, a transfer from South Georgia State Community College. Missed the first free throw. Street 4 for 7. He's had a solid game. 19 points, 6 of 12 from the field. 3 of 8 from the three-point line. Gets the second one to go. Makes it 67-51. 16-point game. Delta State not out of it, but is getting slimmer and slimmer as Justin Allison had a nice little dribble move to get across half court. Scott with it on the near wing. Work it up top to Grayson. Grayson wants to get rid of it. He'll give it over to Darren Johnson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Grayson couldn't. You were talking about the
But it was just a floater.
But it ended up being a floater. You were talking about how the floaters looking like passes. I thought that was a pass. Oh, my. Scott called for the foul. Tyrus Grayson would have had a monster block otherwise, but it puts McCoy back at the line. Johnson with 20 points in this one, 2 rebounds and an assist. Meanwhile, as we mentioned before, the triple-double for Hardy, 10 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. Also look at Ricky Dunaway with 16 points, 7 of 11 from the floor and 5 rebounds. That one rattled in by McCoy, whose numbers won't really highlight how good he has been.
Yeah, he's one of those players where you're not going to see it in the stat sheet, but he's got his hands literally all over this game. Allison works it up the floor, being pressed by Street. Turnover by Allison, picked off by Anderson McCoy, who attempts to take it to the basket.
And has it knocked out of his hands. I had to do a little SID work for a second, as those last 2 free throws were attributed to Cartwright and not McCoy. I was giving our statistician the right thing there. So DSU will have it here, 119 remaining, 16-point contest. McCoy with it, trying to use his elbow to get some space from Scott, and is able to do so and gets the shot to go. Sometimes you never can tell when the ref is going to actually call the offensive foul for the push-off, because he definitely got away with it there. 1 minute remaining. Nathan Bates checked in during the last dead ball, floats one up off the backboard and in. Makes it 71-55, 50 seconds to go. Fans always happy when the freshman gets the shot. Aaron Brooks tried to be a little disrespectful against Tyrus Grayson. Grayson was having none of it. It'll be a Delta State turnover. Brooks going to come out of the game here.
Brooks has been frustrated all game long. You know, he's had a solid performance, 11 points, 7 rebounds, but to him, every call went against him, and right now he's got himself at the very end of the bench. Definitely not a happy camper.
Yeah, McCoy checks out as well. Georgiadis and Henry, Caleb Henry, I think getting his first minutes, checking in here. That's a turnover by UWA. Going the other way. Ball thrown away as Allison get up. Tried to get the possession back. Hit the ground hard. Another substitution.
Was worried he might have gotten kicked in the face.
That's possible.
But I think he's good.
Yeah. Will Midlick checking in as well. DSU with the reserves. And the thing for UWA that folks don't understand, there's no garbage time players for UWA. This is a rotation of people right now that get minutes. They get key minutes. Allison will throw it up top to Mike Davis. Davis gives it to Scott. Scott gets the screen from Davis. Throws it over to Mike. Mike, three. Good! The three by Davis makes it 74-55. We're in the final 10 seconds of this one. Pull up three-pointer, good from Caleb Henry. Caleb Henry gets on the stat sheet. He gets a steal, and it's going to be a turnover, and that'll do it. Scott comes away with it. Your final score, West Alabama 74, Delta State 58. Tigers improved to 5-2 on the season, 1-1 in the GSC. Delta State falls to 3-4 on the season, 0-2 in the conference. Folks, stick around with us. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have final stats, and we'll hear from Coach Sharp about the win. Once again, your final score, UWA 74, Delta State 58. We'll take a break, come right back. UWA basketball, ESPN.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?